President Trump floated possible regime change in Iran if they don't come to the table for a deal. Victoria Coates, security expert, joins us now. Is that what we really want, Victoria? Regime change in Iran?
Well, Stuart, good to be with you. I think the president's bottom line has been for more than a decade the degradation of their nuclear program because the regime is so intractable and they are so hostile and anti-American and anti-Israel. So I think he's been focused on the nuclear program, obviously dealt them a very severe blow over the weekend. But if, the Iranian people choose to take things into their own hands, that is entirely up to them. And I would note, some of us are old enough to remember that they've done that before.
Kill Khomeini, but that the people chuck him out. That's what we want.
Well, we've had a very bad experience with regime change imposed by our military in Iraq and Afghanistan. Obviously, those errands, however well-intentioned, did not work. And so I think if you want to promote democracy, that has to happen organically in the country. And so if the Iranian people want that, and they do decide they're done with a theocracy, we've all seen on Twitter the pictures of how incredible Iran was in the 1970s, how modern, and a wonderful people and culture. So I would see that as a potentially positive development, but not really the mission of the United States here.
Next one, Victoria. I want you to listen to what Secretary of State Marco Rubio said about the decision to strike Iran's nuclear sites. Watch.
Are you saying there that the United States did not see intelligence that the Supreme Leader had ordered weaponization?
That's irrelevant. I see that question being asked in the media. That's an irrelevant question.
No,
they have everything they need to build a weapon. They have everything they need to build nuclear weapons. Why would you bury things in a mountain, 300 feet under the ground?
Right.
Why would you bury why do they have 60% enriched uranium? You don't need 60% enriched uranium. The only countries in the world that have uranium at 60% are countries that have nuclear weapons.
Okay, Victoria, was Iran literally a ticking time bomb? Were they on the verge of making a nuclear weapon?
I'm going to trust the president and the Secretary of State here, Stuart. It's a little bit ridiculous for a reporter to badger the Secretary of State about intelligence. He's not going to give her classified material on a Sunday show. It's just, as you said, it's irrelevant, and he's 100% correct. The only reason you have a wide range of these facilities that Iran has, the only reason you enrich to over 60% is if you want to bomb. This program has cost them $2 trillion that they don't have over the last 20 years. And the Iran apologists wave around the rumored fatwa that the Supreme Leader issued against a nuclear weapon. I've never seen it. I've asked folks to produce it, find it online. There must be some copy of it. It doesn't exist. This is all a PR campaign by Iran to try to trick people into thinking they're not doing what they have obviously been doing. And the president wouldn't stand for it, and he's putting a stop to it.
Here's another one for you. Russia's former president, and we're not talking Putin here, we're talking the former president. He says multiple countries are ready to supply Iran with nuclear warheads. That would be suicidal for whoever gave him a bomb, wouldn't it be?
It's really, these were ridiculous comments by Medvedev that somehow third parties are going to supply Iran with nuclear weapons. If anyone did that, be it China, Russia, or North Korea, it would be such a gross violation of every protocol around nuclear weapons. And I think you would see the already isolated position of Iran become even more frosty. And you would have all of the great powers not in that group having to take action to prevent it. So I think that was just a lot of hot air out of Moscow.
We'll leave it right there. Victoria Coates, thank you very much for joining us. Always appreciate it. See you again soon. Thanks.